Hey, good morning. Yes, it is. It's Saturday morning, guys. April 20th. So I thought this morning we'd kind of do a little bit of a change up again. We've been doing a lot of small engine repair stuff, and I've seen where we've increased viewership, so I know that a lot of you like to see that. But I try to give it a balance because I believe in life you have to be well rounded, right? So you have to be able to find your balance of where you need to be. Today, we're going to talk about consistency and building blocks to becoming successful. Stay tuned. This ought to be fun. All right, so welcome back. My name is Eric, if you didn't already know it, and today is Saturday. We do a weekday show Monday through Friday called The Weekday, and that's in video form or podcast. We also throw some educational videos out, and we also do personal development, how to make you and I a better person, how to accomplish what we want in life, and how to stop talking ourselves out of things because we are our own worst enemy. So let's start there. You know, if you ask 10 different people to define successful or success, you would get 10 different answers. So a lot of times it's hard to talk to people about how to become successful, right? Because each person has a different definition, the end goal of what they deem to be successful. Some will say monetary, whether it's owning their own home and living the dream, becoming a millionaire for others. For others, it's just getting off the streets and finding a warm bed is successful. Others are being a great parent, a mentor, you know, running a business. They're all different definitions of being successful or success, but they all need to be tackled the same direction. And that's what we're going to talk about today is consistency. Is the reason most people fail is they give up. All right? And I said this in prior videos, but a lot of times when you decide you're thinking about doing something. Now, for the first 8 to 10 seconds of that thought coming in, you're starting to get, yeah. And then all of a sudden, all the self-doubt comes in. I'm not good enough. You can't do it. All this other crap. It's kind of like that devil on one side and the angel on the other. One saying do it, one saying don't do it. And why? It's called self-preservation, is why it takes place. But it also cripples you from accomplishing many of the things you like to accomplish in life. Now, how do you... Let's go through a couple examples, and I'm pretty good when it comes to trying to give examples, right? Let's take a bodybuilder. You've got arms like this, chest, six-pack, and he's fit as a fiddle. And he didn't do it with hormones and drugs. He did it the old-fashioned way. And that was, he was committed and remained consistent. And he started somewhere. Probably started with arms like mine, right? And decided one day, I am going to start lifting weights. I'm going to start taking better care of my body. I am going to, you know, and he or she, because there's a lot of female bodybuilders out there, he or she decided today to start on that journey, right? And the one thing about building muscle tone is you have to do it consistently. If you talk with certain bodybuilders, some will lift weights 3 times a week, others 7 times a week. It's whatever their portrait is. But they all have something in common, and that is they were consistent. They got up at a certain time in the morning, did a workout, in the gym, shower, went to work, and then come home and maybe lifted weights at home. Each one of them was doing something different. And as they were doing it, what was hard in the beginning of lifting maybe 50 pounds becomes easy, after a week or so, right? So they start adding more weight on. Now they don't put 500 pounds on that weight to begin with, right? Because you could never do it. But that's where a lot of people fail, because they put the 500 pounds on the barbell and then think they're going to lift it. No, you have to start back where you are, and that is, a wimpy boy like me, lifting 50 pounds, 25 pounds, 5 pounds. You have to start somewhere. And once you decide on how much weight to start with, over time that becomes easier. And as that becomes easier, we add some more weight on. And we consistently lift the added weight until that becomes easy. Add more weight on. You see where I'm going with this? The guy or the gal did not start out with a six-pack, abs, and arms like, Lou Ferrigno on the Hulk. No. They had to be consistent at it. And let's say they were consistent for 6 months and they've got their arms built up like that. What if they stop doing it for the next 6 months? What do you think is going to happen to that muscle tone? Yes, it's going to go back down because they're not utilizing and not consistently doing what they had done prior to. Can they start again? Absolutely. But the first thing that you need to decide is, what in your life do you want to change? What in your life do you want to become better at? What in your life is important to you? And how do you look at success? Again, a lot of people, if I told them how to do something, guaranteed they would be saying but, and have all these excuses, right? I don't have time. My schedule just doesn't, add up to that. It's easy to make mistakes, or it's easy to come up with excuses of why you can't. It's harder to come up with reasons to do it, right? Now, if I told you that you could be successful in business, like I have and many others on this channel, and I laid out how I did it, would that work for you? And it would be a 50-50 shot, I'll be honest with you. But now, if I told you where to start and what your end goal, what you deem is successful, because for you, successful may be money. For me, being successful is being well-rounded and in tune with my surroundings and enjoying being around people. And I don't live the lifestyle of the rich and famous. You could give me $10 million now and I would not change how I do things or the clothes that I wear, because that doesn't make me who I am. Who I am is someone that's comfortable and confident in themselves. Do I sometimes lose that confidence or become less self-confident? Absolutely. Do I have fears and anxieties? Yes, we all do. But it's what you do with them that changes who we are. Consistency. It'd be like getting up at a certain time in the morning and so you could see the sunrise for the next couple months. And while you're up watching that sunrise, you're going to find that it's good for the mind and the body. And you start looking at directions of what's important to you while you're watching the sun come up. I'm a morning person. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I got up this morning at 10 to 4. And this video that you're watching right now got started at 4:15. I get my coffee, I have a couple cigarettes, and I start my day. And I consistently do that. I consistently get up at the same time. Doesn't matter whether it's Monday through Friday for me. I enjoy the quietness of the mornings, of having that time for you and I, with the dogs. But it's when I have my best thoughts. It's when I look at things that I still want to accomplish, because there are a lot of things that I would like to accomplish. But the key here, and you hear me say this, no regrets. No regrets. If the good Lord decided today, you know what, Eric? It's your time. I'm going to thank Him for giving me the amount of time that I've had here and go willingly. Because you can kick and scream all you want. It's still that time, right? And you can't take money with you, material things, none of that. What I'm trying to get you for self-development and consistency is to have you become a well-rounded individual, not per se a rich. If that's your forte, I mean, you can follow these set of rules as well. But in the end, if you were able to look in on your funeral, would you have very many people show up to say, goodbye? Or is it just going to be you and the funeral home director because you've trashed every relationship you've had and you decided that money was more important than people? You get to decide. of what you want to accomplish, and what your end story is going to read, and the eulogy of your life. And the greatest thing is that we as humans can change at any time we want, if we so desire, if we're committed, if we're consistent, and we work at it. I've used YouTube as an example. When I first started using YouTube, it was for entertainment. A couple of different ones that were funny, or I watched some shorts just to, kill some time if I had it, to make me laugh or something. But a little over a year ago, I decided that, maybe I need to get onto there and learn YouTube and how YouTube works. And you hear all these people say, well, if you can publish 100 videos, in a row, you'll become really good at it. And I've seen people publish 100 videos and still be the same as they were back when they started. But now, if I told you that with YouTube, if this was something that you wanted to become successful at, and again, now we're going to define successful. Successful could be, to some of you, 1 million views, or 1 million followers, subscribers, or 300,000 views on the video. Or it could be just becoming good at how to and how to better yourself. Now, if I look at my videos from a year ago, there's a big difference. There's a big difference of how I am in front of the camera. I'm less shy. And I've been consistent every day. Put out one good video. If it's going to be rushed and it's not going to be a good video, don't put it out. Don't waste other people's time. But for me, it is get up in the morning and create a video of something this will help somebody else. And that's always been the goal of my channel. And I call it our channel because it's not just about me. It may have been about me when I first started, but then I started seeing the positive of other people with experience, willing to talk about how they do things and how it's different, but we come up with the same end results. So it's always been about helping other people, but it's also been about helping me be consistent. I get up every morning by 4 o'clock and I do a video. So take a good look at your life and what are the things that you want to become better at? What direction do you want your life to go? What are the things that you like to accomplish? And you don't have to be good at it to become successful at it. But you do need to be consistent in your approach to how to become better at something, or a better person, a better father, a better husband, a better wife, a better business person, a better friend. or for some, have become rich. They're all attainable, but it's being consistent. And if you want the secret, it's you first need to decide where you want to be. Okay? And then you need to make a decision today that I am going to start today by doing X, Y, and Z to get there. And the X, Y, and Z in the beginning may be finding yourself and where you're at, what you want to accomplish, and learning how from other people maybe. Maybe watch one of my videos, watching somebody else's video. But the key is you have to be consistent, and you have to be consistent on the direction that you want to go. And you want to do it for at least a couple months. This is what I want to accomplish. This is what I have to do. And start being consistently building on that every day to get closer and closer to that end result goal. What do they say? Rome wasn't built in a day. Either was having you get good at what you want to become successful at. So on that note, guys, thanks so much for watching. You guys are the greatest. And, just for hanging out with me in the mornings. Our time. So we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow morning bright and early. And am I going to do any other videos today? Maybe. But my son and his fiance and the boys closed down their house this week. And I've done a walkthrough. It's a beautiful home. So I think today I'm going to pack up my tools and head that direction. What do they say? If they don't find you handsome, they'll find you handy. We'll see you on the next video.